morning! We are in the garden today. There's a few things that we need to take care of. It's been about 3 weeks since we planted, so we need to go through and weed everything. And then we also need to, of course, water. We do watering every other day. We're looking to see if anything has not germinated. So if something is missing in the garden, we're gonna reseed. And then we're also, something that I forgot to do when I was here is label everything. So in my pocket I have my marker and everything, so I'm going to be labeling everything so people who are coming by the garden, they can see what's going on and know what it is. I know what mostly everything is, but I do forget sometimes too, and it's fine. So I'm going to do reseeding, weeding, watering, and labeling. So let's get into it. So here we are in bed 4. Something that I'm noticing that has not come up yet is this verbena, the flowers that we have planted right along here in this section here. So I'm going to reseed that. I think I'm going to go ahead and put in some more zinnias here because that'll be very pretty to fill in this space. We do have the beefsteak tomato coming up. The peppers are coming up very slowly, so I think just adding some more color to this bed would be really great. You see the onions have come up really awesome. And then we have here all of the beets, but you'll notice around this corner here is that they did not come up. I think that there's like a dry patch right here, so this doesn't get watered as evenly as everything else. But you see the other 2 rows have come up great. And then here is all of the cosmos that have come up. And then in the far back, this is all the okras. And so I'm going to show you how to thin those out because we did plant 2 seeds per hole and we have 3 here. And then something else I'm noticing throughout the garden is this yellowing. And so I need to come through and do a little bit of fertilizing. And these plants are old enough now that if we do some fertilizing, it will not harm them. So to figure out which okra we want to go ahead and cut back, we're just gonna look at the health of each one. So in my opinion, this plant right here is doing better than this one because you see this one has some yellowing going on already and there's some holes in here. Now this could just be from squirrels or birds landing in here. This one does have a little bit of tunneling going on in the leaves, but those are just leaf miners and these are the false leaves. So you'll see whenever your plants start coming up that you have a false leaf that comes up first and then the true leaves come up. So we're going to leave this one here and take this one out, and then you'll see, let me back up a little bit. So you'll see this one here, I'm just going to pinch it with my fingers and then cut it with my fingernail. And then pull it right out. Do that. Great, huh? And then we have these 2 here. Again, we're gonna go with the bigger one and the one with the least amount of struggle going on. That's really hard to decide here. I think we're gonna stick with this bigger one here and then pull this one out. So I'm just gonna slightly pull it up. There we go. And then there's some grass coming up behind it, so I'm just gonna pull that out too. It's so sad to pull out your plants like this, but it's for the longevity of everything else to grow okay. All right, so we're gonna plant these zinnias in this spot here that we had the verbenas planted, and they did not come up. So we're just switching gears and throwing these in, and I'll show you how I planted them on the other side there. I usually just broadcast these, but we wanna move the mulch out of the way. And there's a big area here. There's a grub. Should take this home and give it to my chickens. So these are the zinnia seeds, and we're just going to broadcast them. the chaotic method, by the way. And then we're just tapping them down, and then we're gonna water it in. Okay. I'm adding in my labels, and then you'll see as I go through, I'm weeding out everything in the garden. And you'll notice that something that I like to do is I weed after I water, and that's because the water loosens up the soil a little bit, so it's easier to take out the weeds and not disturb the plants. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.